Hi, my name is Jamie Case, and I'm the Executive Director of Gateway Pet Guardians. First, I want to thank you for volunteering with our organization. There are many opportunities to do so. GPG is primarily a volunteer-driven organization. We do have a handful of staff members, but the rest of the organization is heavily run by the many volunteers. We have currently 7 program leads and 2 committees that volunteers can volunteer with, in addition to volunteering at the shelter and getting a lot of hands-on experience with the dogs. Our organization was founded in 2004 to support the efforts of PJ Hightower. PJ is a local woman. She lives in Lafayette Square, and she would drive through East St. Louis on a regular basis to visit her sister over in Illinois. She started noticing the stray population on the streets of East St. Louis and started carrying dog food with her. She realized that this was a really big passion of hers, so she started going on a regular basis, which in 2001 turned into a daily basis, and she actually hasn't missed a day since 2001 feeding the strays on the streets of East St. Louis. Gateway has a very different look and feel in 2016 now. Our organization has grown a lot thanks to the many volunteers that help us out on a regular basis. Our mission is really to end homelessness for the animals on the streets and in the community of the Metro East St. Louis area. And we do that through rescue, rehabilitation, community outreach, and education. We originally started feeding the strays on the streets, and we realized that there was a really big need for us to be in the community, talking to community members and teaching and informing about responsible pet ownership, laws that are in effect to keep animals safe, and ways to keep animals in the homes and out of the shelters. So we really started working with the community in 2012, 2013. We started a spay-neuter clinic free to the residents. We started really just going door to door, knocking on doors and speaking to residents and talking to them about their pets that they love so much. We offered resources to them such as food or treats, dog houses, tie-outs, straw, anything that we could do to help make the pet's life more comfortable and to help the owners with maybe some of the needs that they're struggling with. There is absolutely no vet clinic in the city of East St. Louis or a few of the surrounding communities. There is one grocery store that is hard to even find a good quality food, and 43% of the population lives below the poverty line. So it's really a community that needs us, and we've realized that. And over the past few years, we've made a huge impact, almost completely reducing the number of strays, eliminating the number of strays on the streets of the city. And we've got a great relationship with many of the community members, the city officials, to really be making the biggest impact that we can in the city and the surrounding communities. So, we couldn't do that without each and every one of our volunteers that are helping us. Welcome to the team, and we're really excited to have more help with our mission and to end the homeless population of the animals. The other aspect of what we do is, where we rescue our pets from, is animal control, St. Clair County Animal Services. We do rescue off the euthanasia list as well. So you will see animals that are coming from the euthanasia list. We work very closely with the county to help enrich the lives of the county's animals, as well as save the ones that we have room for.
Hi, my name is Kimmy, and I'm the shelter manager with Gateway Pet Guardians. We're mainly foster-based organization, but we have a small shelter made up of 13 kennels. Some of the things we provide for enrichment are our play yard, our real life room, our slow feeders, essential oils, audiobooks, and music. All of our dogs at the shelter are 6 months or older because our puppies go straight into foster homes. Not all of our rescue dogs come through the shelter. The dogs that do come to the shelter tend to be bigger, stronger, and a little quirkier. Some of our dogs are dog selective and need to be adopted out as only dogs. Some of our dogs are also fearful of new people, so it'll take a while to get to know them. Don't be discouraged. You'll gain knowledge and confidence with dog handling skills the more you volunteer with us. Some of the daily tasks for volunteers include cleaning, laundry, walking dogs, prepping food, feeding, hanging out in the real life room, and providing enrichment. If you prefer walking over cleaning or cleaning over walking, you can make the shift what you want. Some extra opportunities for involvement at the shelter are our Slumber Party program and our Shelter Guardian program. Both programs require 20 hours of volunteer service before applying. Our slumber party program allows volunteers to take a shelter dog home for 1 to 4 nights for a sleepover so we can get to know their personalities a little bit better out of the shelter and hopefully find them a foster home. Our Shelter Guardian program pairs 1 shelter dog with 1 volunteer for the entire length of stay at the shelter. That volunteer will be in charge of getting the dog training, enrichment, and exposure for adoption. They're also going to help us process the adoption applications and see it through.
It's a really fun program. They do require that you have 20 hours ahead of time of shelter work just so that you know the ins and outs of the dogs and all of that. But it's really fun to fostering is a big commitment, and sometimes my dogs don't really want me to. They've evicted dogs before. So it's a nice way to do, it's kind of in between. So you can take them, if they're people friendly and dog friendly, you can take them to patios, and it's a great way to get these guys exposure because we aren't like an open shelter. You can't just walk in and see these guys. So I think that's the best part of it, that these guys that kind of they actually get a lot of interaction here, but they get even more.
My name's Adam. I've been volunteering at Gateway Pet Guardians for about 2 years. I got involved with Gateway Pet Guardians because it's a good opportunity to give back to the animals as opposed to just people, because I think that, there's always more that can be done for everyone and everything, but I think that animals get a raw deal sometimes, so I like to focus on them a little bit.
And I love that it's a smaller shelter, so you get to spend time with, you could spend a shift talking to every single dog. You could actually get through every kennel, so, or apartment. So, and I love the dogs. They're amazing. And selfishly, they make me, I have a good time. So it's not just because I'm helping them. Although sometimes, I'm like, oh, I feel bad when we can't, when we run out of time and they just have to go in the yard. I wish they could all walk, but I know they've walked at least once that day, and not every dog, my dog is even gonna walk every day, so.
Hi, I'm Kim Westerman. I'm the volunteer program lead for Gateway Pet Guardians. Volunteering at the shelter is super flexible. We have a simple online system where you can log in and sign up for shifts from home. Our normal hours are Monday through Friday from 7 to 9 a.m. and then again from 1 to 8 p.m. And on weekends, we're open 7 a.m. to noon, and then from 5 to 8 p.m. Normal shifts are about 2 hours long, but you can sign up for even 20 minutes whenever it fits in your schedule. When you get to the shelter, we have a computer station where you'll clock in and out, and that's super important because we need to measure our volunteer hours so that we know the impact volunteers make for our program. So as a volunteer, your commitment is really flexible, but we do ask that you commit to a minimum of 12 hours in a calendar year, and that's really just 1 hour per month. We want to make sure that you know about a few policies and procedures for the shelter. First of all, you want to wear clothes you don't mind getting dirty, and you always need to wear closed-toed shoes at the shelter. We only allow volunteers who are 18 and older to volunteer at the shelter. You must have been through training in order to be at the shelter. If you have any family and friends who want to volunteer, please don't bring them with you unless they've been through training. However, they can always sign up to volunteer at gatewaypets.com. We do ask that you complete your first shift within 2 months of orientation, because things at the shelter are ever evolving and we want to make sure you have the latest information. If after watching this video, it doesn't seem like the shelter is the right fit for you, that's okay. We have lots of other volunteer opportunities, like helping at events, transporting dogs, clerical work, fundraising. There's lots to do. If that sounds interesting to you, just email welcome@gatewaypets.com to find out when our next volunteer orientation will be held. We're also always in need of fosters, so if you'd like to bring a dog into your home, fill out the foster application at gatewaypets.com. Thank you so much for watching this video. We're excited that you're interested in volunteering at the shelter, and we hope to see you soon.